I've been hearing you're concerned about my happiness, but all that thought you're giving me is conscience, I guess. If I were walking in your shoes, I wouldn't worry none. Well, you and your friends are worried about me. I'm having lots of fun, counting flowers on the wall. That don't bother me at all. Playing solitaire till dawn with a deck of 51. Smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. Now don't tell me I've nothing to do. Last night I dressed in tails pretending I was on the town. As long as I can dream, you'll never keep old Craigor down. So please don't give a thought to me, I'm really doing fine. You can always find me here, I'm having quite a time. Sounding flowers on the wall, that don't bother me at all. Playing solitaire till dawn with a deck of 51. Playing cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. Now don't you tell me I've nothing to do. It's good to see you, I must go, I know I look a fright. But anyway, my eyes are not accustomed to this light. And my shoes are not accustomed to this hard concrete. So I must go back to my room and make my day complete. Counting flowers on the wall, that don't bother me at all. Playing solitaire till dawn with a deck of 51. Smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. Now don't you tell me I've nothing to do. Now don't you tell me I've nothing to do. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the ultimate house concert. I say it's the ultimate house concert because I'm in my house, you're in your house, everybody's in their house. It doesn't get much more house concert than that. And as you can see, I'm all alone here. Just me and my little ukulele. I don't have my band, don't have any backup, so I'm going to need a lot of help tonight. And I'm expecting maybe some of you will want to join in. Singing along is definitely encouraged. Dancing is permitted as well. And I think I already heard some people singing on that last one. Was there a bass singer out there with a kang? Was that you, Bill? Somebody out there was hitting that low kang. So you got the right idea. And, one of the things that's happened with this, everybody being shut up in their homes, it's been a bit of an awakening for folks like me, homebodies who, what, you mean I don't have to go anywhere outside the home for several weeks? That's fine with me. It's been kind of a perverse affirmation of our existence as homebodies that, it really is safe and cool, good way to be. So, and now everybody's doing it, right? And for all of us, at least for all of us, who are lucky enough to have a home to be in, I think there is something about, even for those who are not homebodies, just knowing that you have a place that is a place of safety and security and comfort, and even maybe a place of inspiration sometimes. There's a world where I can go and tell my secrets to, in my room, in my room, in my room. In this world I lock out all my worries and my fears. my room. In my room, in my room, do my dreaming and my streaming, lie awake and pray. Do my dying and all my crying, laugh at yesterday. Now it's dark and I'm alone, but I won't be afraid. In my room, in my room, in my room, in my room, in my room. Well, thanks so much. It's really great to have all you out there, a sizable audience for this, and it's a good time to be making connections with people. And I'll tell you, in all times of stress and worry, trouble, times of illness and frustration, I think, I've always felt this, there is nothing better than music. Well, cats. Music and cats, okay? But music is good for what ails you. Here's a little song. Some of you old timers will remember this. And this is a song that's all about the healing power of music. I was down in Savannah eating cream and bananas when the heat just made me faint. I began to get cross-eyed, I thought I was lost. I begun to see things as they ain't, and feathered and gathered to see what's the matter, and the doctor came to see was I dying. But the doctor said give him jug band music, seems to make him feel just fine. I was told a little tale about a skinny as a rail 8-foot cowboy with a headache. He was lumping in the desert, stomping rats and trying to get a drink of water with his knees all getting mud caked. And I'll tell you in a sentence how he stumbled into Memphis, Tennessee, hardly crawling, looking dust-baked. They gave him little water, a little bit of wine. He opened up his eyes, but they didn't seem to shine, till the doctor said give him jug band music, it seems to make him feel just fine. So if you ever get sickly, tell sister run quickly to the dusty closet shelf and pull down a washboard and play a guitar chord and do a little do-it-yourself. And call on your neighbors to put down their labors and come and play the hogshead in time. And the doctor said give him jug band music, a secret make them feel just fine. I was floating in the ocean, greased with suntan lotion, when I got wiped out by a beach boy. He was surfing when he hit me, but jumped off his board to get me as he grabbed me by the arms just like a child's toy. As he dragged me into land with all the waiters eating sandwiches, he tried to mooch a towel from the hoi polloi. He emptied out his eardrums, I emptied out mine, and And everybody knows that the very last line is the doctor said, give him jug band music. It seems to make him feel just fine. And the doctor said, give him jug band music. It seemed to make him feel just fine. The healing power of music. That's right. I'd like to take a moment to recognize our sponsoring group at sfbayospreys.org and their wonderful, wonderful support group known as the WWOC, the world's wonderfulest Osprey chat group. Welcome, and welcome to the SF Bay Ospreys, Rosie and Richmond, who are just starting their 4th season with sfbayospreys.org. And those of you who follow the Ospreys may know and recall that we had a little rough beginning to the season this year. There were many of us who feared that Rosie was not going to return from migration, and we were all very worried if, without the queen of the nest, without the glue that holds the whole project together, if we even would have an Osprey season this year. Happily, Rosie did finally come back around the beginning of March, and luckily, of course, since the beginning of March, nothing bad has happened since then, so, what? Oh? Well, that, yeah, but, you know, I'm okay. Anyway, I was thinking, though, I had actually begun my process of grieving and loss, and a thought occurred to me about those times when you lose somebody unexpectedly, and you find yourself thinking back to the last time you saw them, and thinking, if only I had known, you know, if only I had known that I would never see them again. So I'd like to dedicate this one to Rosie. This is a great old Neil Young song called Expecting to Fly. There you stood on the edge of your feather, expecting to fly. As I watched, I wondered whether I could wave goodbye, knowing you were gone. By the summer it was ending, we had said goodbye. All the years we spent with feeling ended with a cry, babe, ended with a cry, babe, ended with a cry. I tried so hard as I stumbled and fell to the ground, so hard to laugh as I fumbled and reached for the love I found, knowing you were gone. If I ever lived without without you. Now you know I'd die. And if I never said I love you, now you know I tried. Babe, now you know I'll try. Babe, now you know I'll try. Thanks. And as I say, Rosie did come back, threw out the imposters, order was restored in the nest, and if you do tune in to watch Rosie in Richmond at sfbayospreys.org, she's about to lay some eggs, probably within the next 3 or 4 days, so keep your eyes open. Now Richmond, on the other hand, you know, he wasn't just waiting around for Rosie to get back. He knows that sometimes you got to have a plan B, and like all of us, we're doubtful. Perhaps from Richmond didn't know if she was coming back either, but he knows that you got to take care of business, whatever comes. And I was reminded of this song, and like so many of these songs, there's what the song says, and then in these times one sees kind of larger and deeper meanings. This is a song, I think, in general, that applies to all of us who can't really be with the ones we love at this time. When you're down and confused and you can't remember who you're talking to, concentration slip away, 'cause your baby so far away. And there's a road in twisted love, and the eagle flies with dove. And if you can't be the one you love, honey, love the one you're with. 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 Don't be angry. Don't be sad. Don't sit crying. Oh, good time you had. There's a bird right next to you, and she's just waiting for something to do. And there's a road in the twisted love, and the eagle flies with the dove. And they can't be with the ones you love, honey. Love the one you're with. 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 Turn your heartache right into joy. Every man and woman, girl and boy, get it together and make it nice. You ain't gonna need any more advice. And there's a road in the twisted thorn, and the fly with a dove. And if you can't be the one you love, honey, love the one you're with. Love the one you're with. Love the one you're with. Oh, love the one you're with. All right, well, I think I'm going to maybe give my voice a little break here. Let my ukulele have a moment to shine. Make sure I'm in tune here. Looking reasonably good. Was sorry to hear this week of the passing of Kenny Rogers. Great Kenny Rogers, singer, songwriter, great performer, long, illustrious career in the music business. A lot of people don't know he had a lengthy career before his solo career with the pop rock group The First Edition, who checked in to see what condition my condition was in. And before that, he was one of many performers who got his start in the business with the venerable folk rock group called the New Christy Minstrels. And this is one of their songs. I'll do this in memory of Kenny Rogers. Today, a song about being sure to treasure what you have right now. And again, I think that's an appropriate message that we can take in a broader sense in these times we're facing. Well, I want to do a song. I want to do a song and dedicate it to the scientists out there. Difficult times. Sometimes it's hard to know where to get good information. You know, there's so much misinformation going around, so much misleading information, and this is a this sort of time when we really rely on the scientific voices in our community, the knowledge, the experience, just the fundamental and rational approach to solving problems that is so important at times like these. And so this one goes out to, I think we have some people out there in the audience tonight. I'd like to send this out to Gordon and Julie, to Chatter C, to Tony Brake, and to all the people with the training and expertise in science that helps get us through our life's problems. Now, I've never played this song before in public, and it's got a lot of words, and so I hope I get through it. If I don't, it'll be funny. The scientists can check me up on the words, because the words to this song are nothing but a recitation of the elements of the periodic table. So check them off if you're following along at home. Here we go. There's antimony, arsenic, aluminum, selenium, and hydrogen and oxygen and nitrogen and rhenium, and nickel, neodymium, neptunium, germanium, iron, americium, ruthenium, uranium, europium, zirconium, lutetium, vanadium, and lanthanum, and osmium, and astatine, and radium, gold, protactinium, and indium, and gallium, and iodine, and thorium, and thulium, and thallium. There's yttrium, ytterbium, actinium, rubidium, boron, gadolinium, niobium, iridium, and strontium, and silicon, and sulfur, and samarium, bismuth, bromine, lithium, beryllium, and barium. There's holmium, and helium, and hafnium, and erbium, and phosphorus, and francium, and fluorine, and terbium, and mercury, and manganese, molybdenum, magnesium, dysprosium, and scandium, and cerium, and cesium, lead, praseodymium, and platinum, plutonium, palladium, promethium, potassium, polonium, gold, and protactinium, radium, tellurium, and cadmium, and calcium, and chromium, and curium. There's sulfur, californium, and ferrium, berkelium, and also mendelevium, einsteinium, nobelium, and argon, krypton, neon, radon, xenon, zinc, and rhodium, and chlorine, carbon, cobalt, copper, tungsten, tin, and sodium. Lawrencium, and honium, and lastly, Rutherfordium. And if there are any others, I'm afraid I never heard of 'em. The Elements by Tom Lehrer. All right, I've got another one here, and this one I would like to dedicate to my neighbors and all the good folks here in Pacheco Valley. Pacheco Valley, a CAL FIRE designated FireWise neighborhood, and we're very proud of that. We are not too involved with one disaster to misunderstand how much we must prepare for the next disaster, and very proud and pleased with my neighbors, and they know that I like this song. I've played this song for them before, and the wonderful people of the Live Osprey chat have also heard this one. This one is dedicated to some rarely sung heroes, we could say, the people who keep our infrastructure working, and whether they're up on their cherry pickers or down below our streets, our water, our gas, our electrical, these are people, and especially in times like this, our telecommunications infrastructure that makes possible events like this, keeping us connected when we all need to be separated. And these are people whose jobs are essential. They're essential jobs. And these are people who are not able to work from home. And one often thinks of the lonely utility worker out there on the line who must be thinking about, his or her loved ones back at home. This song, by the way, just about 2 days ago, was put in the National Recording Registry by the Library of Congress as a song that represents an outstanding cultural achievement. I am a lineman for the county, and I drive the main road, searching in the sun for another overload. I hear you singing in the wire, I can hear you through the whine. And the Wichita lineman is still on the line. I know I need a small vacation, but it don't look like rain. And if it snows, that stretch down south won't never stand the strain. And I need you more than want you, and I want you for all time. And the Wichita lineman is still on the line. And I need you more than want you, and I want you for all time. And the Wichita lineman is still on the line. And it's still on the line. Well, thank you, and thanks to all our hardworking infrastructure workers. All right, here's one more for the Osprey Chatters, and also this one goes out to my sister, my wonderful sister Kate, who I hope is watching. You know, it's funny, when you set up these YouTube streams, they ask you, and it's like mandatory that you have to answer. I don't even know, well, I read the rules, but they said, is this for children? I don't know. I don't see any reason why it couldn't be for children, but they had a specific list, and I decided, well, no, this is not for children. However, this next song, I have to report is, this was my sister's favorite song when she was about, 6 years old. In fact, some of my East Coast cousins might actually remember this from the time when my sister was 6 years old, too. And I wrote some special Osprey lyrics for it. I mentioned Rosie of the SF Bay Ospreys is planning on laying an egg within the next few days. This song asks us to imagine a situation where Rosie has laid an egg, but we don't know where it is. Hey, where the osprey lay the egg? Come on, we don't know. We don't know. I better look around and shake a leg. We don't know. We don't know. Did she lay it up on the cable or under a picnic table? Did she go to the Oakland Zoo? All she says to you is, where did the osprey lay the egg? We don't know. We don't know. An osprey laid an egg, I am told, more precious than an egg of solid gold. But where she laid it, no one seems to know, in El Cerrito or in Alamo. Oh, where did the osprey lay the egg? We don't know. we don't know. You better look around and shake a leggy. We don't know, we don't know. Did she lay it in Alameda or on the Poseidon leader? Did she take it across the bay? All she wants to say is fish, 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 fish. Where did the osprey lay the egg? We don't know, we don't know. I hunted high and then I hunted low. I searched above and then I searched below. I asked of Zendi, then I asked of Jay. They looked at me and didn't know what to say. Hey, where did the osprey lay the egg? We don't know, we don't know. You better look around and shake a leg. We don't know, we don't know. If she laid it on a freighter, we'd never find out till later. If she laid it in the nest, well, that would be the best. Oh, where did the osprey lay the egg? We don't know, we don't know. Do you? Well, one of the most thought-provoking things I saw this week was when the Secretary General of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, said that he asked the world to declare a universal ceasefire right now because there is a much greater threat to our survival as a species than any political or regional conflict. And the pandemic is worst of all among people who are living in war zones. They are the most harmed, the most ill-affected. And I thought it was a good idea that this would be the time to lay down arms. And maybe that's, we're going to learn so much from all of this. And boy, if we could learn a way to not have any more wars, that would be quite an achievement. I always thought when I was a kid, it was aliens from outer space that would come and would convince us that we Earthlings really were all better off putting aside our differences and working together. As it turns out, it's not aliens from outer space. It's little teeny tiny aliens from within. But as I say, if it's a push towards peace, then maybe that's the silver lining of this awful, awful situation. Here's a George Harrison song. It's a little bit of a prayer for love and peace in our world. Give me love, give me love, give me peace on earth, give me light, give me life, keep me free from birth, give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load, trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul. Oh, my Lord, won't you please hold my hand that I might understand you? Won't you please, oh, won't you give me love, give me love, give me peace on earth, give me light, give me life, keep me free from birth, give me hope, help me cope cope with this heavy load, trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul. Won't you please, oh, won't you give me love, give me love, give me peace on earth, give me life, give me light, keep me free from birth, give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load, trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul. Oh, give me love, give me love, give me peace on earth, give me light, give me life, keep me free from birth, give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load, trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul. Give me love. Well, it's been a great pleasure playing for you tonight. Oh, I think maybe I got about one more song here. What do you think? Time for one more? Yeah, sure. Let's do one more. And then I'll go see what's up with Sasha here. Everyone, so nice playing for you tonight. Hopefully this will be the first of many more. I'm encouraging all of you out there, musicians, with your computers and your phones and your tablets, share. This is a time to be reaching out and creating community. Here's one you can sing along with. Land that I've heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you care to dream really do come true. Ooh, someday I'll wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops, high above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, you're somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Oh, Someday I wish upon a star. Wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops. High above the chimney tops, that's where you'll find me. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why, oh, why can't I? Ooh, Thanks so much for stopping in and listening tonight, everyone. Be safe, be well, be strong, and we'll see you all on the other side. Thanks so much.